Welcome to this explainer. Look, we're skipping the whole slow intro today because we have got to immediately talk about the single most anticipated entertainment release in literally all of history. We've got the data, we've got the insider leaks, the official drops, the whole shebang, and we're going to break down exactly what you can expect from Grand Theft Auto 6.
Okay, let's just jump right in and tackle this staggering number, $1 billion. Analysts estimate that the development costs for this single video game have actually crossed the billion-dollar mark. I mean, that establishes an absolutely massive, unprecedented scale, right? It's widely believed to be the most expensive game ever made, and as you'll hear, every single detail we're about to cover really reflects that massive investment. And you know, that massive budget exists for a very good reason. British gaming entrepreneur Sir Ian Livingstone told the BBC that this franchise is quite literally bigger than any film or song. Think about that for a second. It's a truly incredible achievement in interactive software. With the previous games selling nearly 230 million copies, Rockstar isn't just dropping a new product, they are carrying this unprecedented cultural weight.
So let's get into Section 1, the billion-dollar game.
Now, the reality of this timeline, well, it's been a painful 13-year wait, hasn't it? Way back in September 2013, we got GTA 5. It took almost a full decade, all the way to February 2022, for Rockstar to even confirm they were working on a sixth installment. And after two brutal delays, first pushing it from autumn 2025, and then from May 2026, we finally have our locked-in timeline. Because the download size is going to be massive, like probably a couple hundred gigabytes, preloads begin on November 12th, leading right up to the highly anticipated official launch on November 19th.
Moving right along to Section 2, welcome to Leonida.
We are getting a truly exciting dynamic this time around. We've got Lucia, who is making history as the franchise's first ever playable female protagonist in a 3D setting. And then there's Jason, an ex-military guy whose story starts out in this humble trailer where he's literally doing odd jobs for his landlord just to cover rent. Together, they form this awesome Bonnie and Clyde-style duo, navigating the seedy underbelly of America after an easy score goes terribly, terribly wrong.
And their playground? It is absolutely massive. The map stretches way, way beyond just the neon streets of Miami-inspired Vice City. We're getting the entire fictional state of Leonida. This includes the Leonida Keys, which rumor has it houses a military base, the swampy grass rivers, Port Gorn, and Mount Kaga National Park. Fans have actually pointed out that Mount Kaga looks a lot more like Georgia, which just goes to show this map pushes to the absolute outer edges of the state.
But it's not just city streets and dusty country roads. They're leaning heavily into this vibrant, Florida-inspired ecosystem. You'll be dealing with alligators, sure, but you'll also have adorable dolphins swimming right up to your boat. And thankfully, Rockstar is completely overhauling the water mechanics. Much improved scuba diving is returning, replacing those murky oceans from the last game, and you'll even be able to fish directly from your boat.
All right, on to Section 3, next-gen gameplay features. Okay, we got to talk about this incredibly realistic hair growth system they've borrowed straight from Red Dead Redemption 2. The days of walking into a barber bald and magically walking out with long hair, yeah, those are over. Now, time actually passes as you play, and Jason and Lucia's hair realistically grows out. It even reacts dynamically to the wind. You literally have to wait for it to grow before you can cut it into the style you want, which effectively turns character customization into its own dynamic mini-story. We are also seeing a massive, game-changing combat upgrade, full 360-degree vehicle combat. In the previous game, shooting from a car meant awkwardly sticking your hand out the window and getting blocked by your own passengers half the time. Now, you can fully lean out of the car window. This not only gives you an unobstructed 360-degree view, but it allows you to fire large weapons like heavy assault rifles directly from your vehicle. Section 4, rides, weapons, and upgrades. So high-end customization is no longer restricted to online mode. Thank goodness. In the single-player story, you can buy massive apartments like the Pagacy Residences with entire parking garages. You can visit Pimp My Ride-style shops like Ride Out Customs to completely revamp interiors and rims. You can take dirt bikes and trucks off-road for mud racing. And you can deeply customize your arsenal, right down to putting custom-engraved artwork onto your modern pistols. However, there's a controversial shift toward realism here that you definitely need to know about. For years, we've had the classic Magic Pocket system, right? Where your character can somehow hide an entire rocket launcher in their back pocket. Well, sources point to a Red Dead Redemption 2-style car locker system this time. This means you will likely be forced to store your heavy weapons in your car's trunk and actively choose which specific guns to carry with you on foot for a mission. It's going to completely change how we play.
Which brings us to Section 5, the price of Hike.
The Standard Edition sets a new benchmark at $80, but Rockstar is heavily incentivizing the $100 Ultimate Edition. If you drop that premium price, you get handed vehicles right away, like the Dinka Enduro Army motorcycle. Plus, you get access to exclusive mod shops and auto shops, like Weineman's Car Collection, that standard players just won't have the same convenient access to.
And then we have the pre-order incentives, which are totally designed to get your money half a year early. The Vintage Vice City DLC offers some truly amazing, nostalgic nods to classic Rockstar games. You get a 1955 Vapid Cadillac, its own short-court personal garage to store it in, exclusive clothing like Jason's linen suit and Lucia's sequin dress, and an incredible custom weapon pattern based on Tommy Vercetti's iconic shirt.
But where are you actually going to play it? Sony has secured a massive marketing deal, heavily pushing the game as plays best on PS5 Pro. This means that on the Pro console, you won't have to choose between graphics and performance. You can run 4K resolution and 60 frames per second simultaneously. While Xbox Series X and S are included in the launch, PC players and Nintendo Switch 2 users are currently left completely in the dark, with absolutely no release window.
Wait, all this digital focus brings up a massive question that is currently sending shockwaves through the gaming community. Is the physical disc dead? Honestly, the answer seems to be yes. Physical copies of the game will not contain a disc. Instead, they'll only contain a digital download code inside the box. That means if you're gifting a physical copy of this game for Christmas, you're literally just wrapping an empty plastic box with a piece of paper inside.
So the absolutely crucial point we're left with today is this. With a base price tag of $80, zero physical media, and heavily monetized Ultimate Editions, is GTA 6 setting a new, highly expensive standard for the entire future of the gaming industry? If any franchise has the power to permanently change how we buy and play games, it's definitely this one. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.